Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Hey, Greg, you think about the NFC East, I was always fond of saying, you're not allowed to rebuild in the NFC East. Think about these fan bases, Philly, Washington, Dallas, the Giants. Their fans don't stand rebuilds very often. Always feels a different pressure in this division to be one of the best teams in the league every year.
Yeah, and it's just such a fun division. And last year with Washington turning it around so quickly, Jaden Daniels and Dan Quinn, what a great story that was. And then, of course, with Philadelphia, the eventual Super Bowl champs, clearly towards the end of the season, it was pretty evident, at least to all of us, that they were the best team, and that's exactly how things played out. So if you're at the bottom looking up, unlike some of these other divisions where you say, okay, maybe I'm not as far behind as it feels, in the NFC East, Mike, there's just not a lot of easy wins in your division, especially if you're the Giants.
We talk about history, and sometimes people go back 5 or 10 years. I just think back to the generations of great matchups amongst these teams. Greg, when any one of these teams goes to visit the other one, it feels like a historic NFL game because of the legacy. That, to me, is why the NFC East is one of the sexiest divisions in all of sports, not just the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. And it has more of kind of like a college football vibe, right? There's rivalries. The fans kind of they hate each other. They're yelling at each other. They're throwing things at the field. It has a little bit more of a college arch enemy, arch rival type of vibe. And I think that's why it's so fun to football fans all across the league. Whether you're a fan of a team in the East or not, when those two teams are on and they're playing each other, you want to tune in.
You look underneath here for Barkley. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to run here with Barkley. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. It's going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on that 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley, who managed to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts. Got a tight end, Calcaterra to the left. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Hurts. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Now Hurts. That is caught to the goal line and in. Grant Calcaterra. Touchdown, Eagles. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just seed the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Chiefs offense and Hollywood Brown ready for their next possession. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg. It just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
Big play coming up. This is third down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's on the big man, Super Bowl champion Trey Smith. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he will score! Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Jackson now to return it. Oh, he tries to level the ball, but it's a mistake. That ball's out. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
They'll give it here to Shipley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That is sweet. Gain of 16 on back-to-back plays. And another first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to take this lead.
Another carry here for Shipley. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Once again, they'll give it to Shipley. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. A massive play here. Late, tie game, 3rd down. Now, Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. And it comes to 4th and 2. Hurts now. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Going to fire quickly to Worthy.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They put Kelce in motion. Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. He'll take a shot downfield for Kelce. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Here comes Jackson on the return. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense make their way out to take over once more. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
He'll run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They come up for 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
They'll run here. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Here's 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This caught right side by Worthy. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss. Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here. Well, this might be one final heave to the end zone. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to win the game. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious, as we say, so long from Arrowhead.